like to think of it as it's sort of my second act, which was I had 2 young children, and I was looking for something where I could be more present in their lives. And I started to really realize that that was happening in the kitchen, that all of these great teachable moments, these connection moments, we live in such a digitally connected society. What are the moments where you really spend time and put those devices down? And it seemed to be in the kitchen, and my kids loved baking, but I grew up in New York City, so I mean, I know how to make reservations, and that was about it. And I realized I was sort of missing these moments, and I went to the store we went to go look for a baking mix to make it simpler, and I was shocked by what was on the shelves. You know, this is a $5 billion category that is dominated by these legacy brands filled with ingredients that we all know now should not be in our food, in our bodies. And there was nothing that spoke to our generation. And so I had these 2 fabulous partners, Cleet and Greg, and we decided to tackle this one head on, and we thought if it wasn't us, somebody else was going to do it.
You know, we have people who come in all the time, entertainers who come in, and they're the face of a product, but they're not necessarily the person who's been involved behind the scenes. This is different for you.
This is really different. I mean, this is my full-time job. You know, for us, it was about not just creating these really simple mixes, but really locking up supply chain and figuring out how we could offer the most premium product at an affordable price for everyone, because what's the point if everybody can't have it? So we've done everything from, we flew to Peru to meet with fair trade farmers to cut a deal on the best possible chocolate that is the best possible for our earth to give back to the farmers. We use biodynamic sugar, which is the most regenerative form of agriculture that exists. You're hearing a lot now in wine, but I think it's really going to be sort of the future of food, which is, you know, giving back, down to our multi-generational heirloom wheat flour that we can trace back to the acre it was grown on. But above all, it tastes amazing. And who doesn't love, like, the smell of coming home and having something fresh baked? We are actually the most sustainable baking mix on the planet.
How much does it cost?
Goodness, it depends where you're buying it.
Right.
I would say normally about $4.99, but we have a lot of BOGOs running right now because we just hit. So the big news is that we just went nationwide distribution. We had hoped to. We've only been in retail for about a year. Our goal was to hit 3,500 stores by Q4 this year, but we're really excited to announce that we are in over 7,500 stores.
So I want to know, how did you find your partners in all of this, and then how much money have you had to raise to put this all together?
Well, as my mother would say, it's never nice to discuss money, but I will say that it has been a very interesting process in terms of raising money.
You have more than $5 million that you guys have raised for this, right? I mean, these are the numbers that we've come up with, kind of digging around.
So we raised a seed fund initially. So my 2 partners, I have Galit Lebo, who was a friend of mine from the PR world. We had sort of, you know, marketing, but we realized that we needed sort of that extra hand that had CPG experience, and we came along, Greg Fleischman.
Kind of hard talking CPG experience, Q4.
Well, I mean, I think it goes to show that I'm not a face of a brand. I mean, for me, I don't do anything halfway, you know? If I'm going to do a television show based on a failed movie on a network no one's heard of, we're going to dominate and take over and make it legendary. So we like to use the word legendary. We want to rewrite the playbook. And
what did your mother say about money?
Oh, don't discuss numbers.
We got problems. This is CNBC. We get a special.
Nod my head and say yes. So we raised a seed fund, which was actually very difficult to raise. You know, people think that being a celebrity is really simple, but it's not. I mean, I think,
we know that.
Yes, I think. Okay, there you go.
Actually, we don't.
I mean, getting in the door was easy. I think
don't.
A lot of people wanted to take the meetings, but then proving that this was actually a theory that we could prove that there was a marketplace for this. So I will say it has gotten easier as we moved into Series A than the seed fund was to raise. And I think our points of distribution have made it perfectly clear that the audience is out there for a more premium product at an affordable price.
And how far do you think you can take this brand, meaning taking it beyond baked goods?
Oh. We will be world domination. I mean, I always say, I think small. You know, I like to say that when you think of, you know, you say you may have a Kleenex, right? But you really mean a tissue, but Kleenex is what, so when you think of any kind of baking or anything sort of in that realm, and we do plan to push the boundaries of what that realm is, I want you to think of Foodstirs, you know, for the modern, you know, generation baker.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.